Hello, Cincy Chorus. I'm coming to you live from my bright green home office, and Bella wanted to make a cameo apparently. Bella, hey puppy. Yes, she's not feeling good today. I just wanted to send you a post to clarify a few things that might be confusing about what you took home, okay? I've gotten a couple emails and messages just asking, what are we required to do, and what are you grading, what's the expectation? So I just wanted to clear that up. As you know, music, chorus, band in general should not be stressful, okay? So please don't be stressed out about anything that was sent home. We are learning along with you. So trying to teach a chorus remotely is a little tricky. So I'm trying to brainstorm some things that we can do, definitely not this week, but maybe in our second week home, learning from home, maybe some other things that I can send your way, ways that we can make music together. That's, as we know, the best way to have chorus. So I just want to clear up what your expectation is to keep you singing, and what I will be doing as well, okay? The only thing I'm requiring you to do in terms of assignments and things to send in to me is sing and practice on your own. Hopefully you took home your music, and you have access to your chorus folder so that you can look through your music. The music website is already updated with links to the most accurate videos and recordings that I want you to use when you are rehearsing music on your own at home, or at least following along, humming along your parts, things like that. So I do expect you to practice your chorus music, look at it a bit, and do that. The only real assignment you need to do for me with that practicing is send me an email, make a post in the Google Classroom here, journal it and send it to me another time, or hand it in when we return to school in a few weeks, just telling me how you practiced, okay? It's okay if you only practiced 10 minutes this whole first week that we've been out, okay? I will tell you now, I have not done much along the lines of singing and looking at chorus stuff specifically. Again, I'm learning along with you. I'm a little overwhelmed by trying to teach remotely. So by no means do I expect to have posts from you this weekend. If I get them, great. If you want to, and just make sure that you have access to the Google Classroom and everything, and you know how to post, that's great. You can do that, or you can email me. But I don't expect that for today. But next week, it does say on Thursdays, but it doesn't have to be Thursday. You can do it before Thursday. You can do it next Friday. You can do it next Saturday morning. Just tell me how you practiced throughout the week. It can be, did you warm up on your own? I'm going to be sharing a link early next week of a really fun warm-up video that I want you all to check out. I checked it out today and I really liked it. So was it 5 minutes of warming up a couple times in the week? Did you have a 20-minute practice session where you listened to all the recordings that I posted on the music website? Did you play along with one of the sectional videos that I posted, which I'll talk about that in a little bit? Just tell me in a couple sentences, this is how I practiced, this is what I practiced. And then let me know, like, do you need extra help? Do you want me to post something else? Do you want to have a video chat with me to clear something up? Anything like that. It doesn't matter what, how, or how long you practice your chorus music each week, but I do want you looking at it, okay? It's unlikely that I'll give you a whole lot of new music when we return, but at this point we have 5 songs, so let's do what we can with those 5 songs. And again, the post that you make, it can be in the Google Classroom, it can be an email. If your internet isn't working great, ours has been a little bit slow at moments today, you can write it down and send it to me another day, okay? Not a big deal. The only other thing I ask you to try and finish up is your folder work. So if you haven't handed in the Bridge Over Troubled Water assignment, or the assignment for Seasons of Love, if you haven't finished those, get those finished up and hand those to me when we get back, okay? The other additional handouts I gave you, those are coming from the slow that I would give chorus if chorus was one of my slow groups. But fortunately, you guys are not a slow group this year. But it has a lot of review. So it's got some solfege stuff in there. It's got some vocal technique questions. It's got some vocabulary. You are more than welcome to use any resources you want to complete that. So if there's a vocabulary word, I've got it pulled up here on my laptop. Let me see. So let's say you can't remember what sotto voce is, or we haven't really talked about it enough this year. Look it up. Use that Chromebook to your advantage. Use your phones. You're more than welcome to do that. When it comes to the extra work I sent back, if you complete it, I'm going to give you a feedback grade. So it's going to be you did it great. If you didn't do it, you're not going to lose points. The folder work and the practicing / mini journaling about practicing are the only required things. But basically, if you hand back the completed extra work that I sent with you, that becomes basically extra credit on your grade. Same for the video responses. I put a few links. I'll also be putting this in the assignments page of the Google Classroom, the exact physical handout that you got sent home, so you can access those links more easily. Those links are more just for you to check out and then respond on your own. It can, again, be an email. It can be a Google document that you send me. Do you agree, disagree? What did you think? What did it make you feel? They're just videos that I always come back to and find really interesting, and they're not super long. They're just kind of fun to check out and watch. So I hope that clears up what's due versus what is extra and supplemental, okay? As you know, chorus, we really don't have homework and full assignments, so I don't want you stressing out about it. Folder work, practicing, those are the big ones. And I will also be asking you to try and check in with the Google Classroom at least a couple times a week. I believe I posted, and again, let me just double check myself. Technology, I've got like 3 screens up right now. I don't know what to do with myself. I believe I put that I will be, maybe I didn't put it here, but in the small handout that I gave you, I said that my office hours are 8 to noon. Basically what that means is 8 to noon I'm here in this office and I'll be doing things for my classes, whether I'm uploading things specifically for chorus, whether I'm recording a song for kindergarten music. 8 to 12 is when I'm in front of the screen primarily, unless the puppy needs me or Bella needs me. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1:30 to 2:15, my plan is to also be at my computer. You are not required to be there, okay? It's not a set class time. I know you guys have a lot of work. I know some of you are helping watch your younger siblings. There's a lot going on. So you do not have to be there, but know that 1:30 to 2:15, Tuesdays, Thursdays, I'm planning to call that chorus time. So I will be available at that time. Again, that's a great opportunity to send me a message on Google Hang. Maybe that's a good time to send me an email. If you have a question, if you do want a video chat for a few minutes, if there's a few people that say, hey, we want a video chat, can we listen to this song together, or can you play through this part for us? That's a great time to do it, is anywhere between that 8 to noon time, every day, Monday through Friday, or our chorus time. But otherwise, you're not required to be there, okay? We don't have a required class time at this moment. If that changes, I will let you know immediately, but right now, I'm not requiring that. There was some questions about lessons. Lessons are not required either. If you want to have a voice lesson during this time away from school, we can do that. I have Zoom, I have Skype, I have an iPhone so that we can do, if you prefer to do a FaceTime lesson, we can do a Google Hangout. But again, they're not required, and they're not graded. So if you want to have a lesson, we can absolutely do that, but not a requirement. And we, NISMA is canceled officially. They're not going to reschedule any festivals this year. But if you want to keep working on your solo for the May concert, to sing your solo then, we can certainly arrange for that. Okay, but lessons are not required. I will be sending you some fun things throughout the next couple of weeks as well. For one, we were supposed to watch a musical together, and we know that since we're not together, we can't do that all at once. But I'm going to be sending you next week some different options of musicals to watch. The entirety of Into the Woods, not the Disney Into the Woods live action film, but the Broadway production is on YouTube. So I'll be sending you that link. I'll be sending you 2 different movies that are on Netflix. So if your family has Netflix, you can do that. I'm also going to offer that if you want to watch a Disney movie, as long as there's singing and dancing, I'll call that fair game. And I'm also going to be sending a link sometime next week that has access to actual full Broadway performances. So Broadway is dark right now. What that means is there are no shows running on Broadway at this time. New York City is completely shut down. But what Broadway.com has done is they're making, I think they said something like 300 Broadway shows, musicals and plays, available for free online for a limited amount of time. So I will be sending you all a link next week so that you can have access. I believe it's 7 days, and you can choose from tons of musicals to watch. I will also include with that some questions for you to answer. Things like what's the plot, who wrote the music, who wrote the book, is it based on anything else? When did it premiere? Things like that. And you can use whatever resources you want to answer those questions. Watching the musical and answering the questions isn't required, but I strongly encourage it because I'm not sure when the rest of the school year we will have time to watch a musical. So this would be a great time for you to do that. There's not going to be a set required time that it's due by. If you have time to watch a musical and your family wants to get together and do that, or you want to FaceTime each other and a couple of you watch a movie remotely together, that's fine. It's not required, but I highly encourage it because it's something different and relaxing and fun. All right, and I have one other thing that I'm working on. I'm going to do a March Madness type of board. You know, I'm super athletic, but at the very least, I saw this really cool idea for a March Madness board that'll have all different choral pieces that some we've performed and others we haven't, but you'll get to listen to them and make your own bracket and decide which songs you think come out on top. I'm working on that. Don't expect that next week because it's going to take all I have to get the technology down as it is now. But I will be working on that, and that'll also be an extra thing. If you do it, great. I'll add it as extra credit, but not required. So just to recap, lessons are not required. Practicing and sending me something once a week that says how you've been practicing is required, and folder work should be finished. If you don't have your folder work, I will send or upload the Google document of the folder work to our Google Classroom or email it to you directly, and you can just handwrite if you don't have a printer at home. You can just find a piece of paper or a journal paper and write your answers there, okay? To the folder work, I mean. But I hope this clarifies things. Please don't hesitate to email me over this time. Like I said, check the Google Classroom. Check in with me so that I know you're practicing choral music. Check in with this music website, which I'll be linking to our classroom as well, just so you can see those things and you can be able to practice efficiently and as best you can. It's not an ideal situation, but we're going to make it work as best we can. The biggest thing is just keep singing, keep making music. You know, I love you all like crazy and I miss you all like crazy. So I can't wait to make music with you again in person. And stay healthy. Get outside, enjoy some fresh air, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.